assuming they just do what they've already done good, but just better?
I don't know. Well, we ain't worried about it. We're not focused on it. Whatever they do or who's playing, who's not playing, we're just focused on playing our game. And if you start focusing on what the other team's doing, what they can and cannot do, then you kind of lose yourself. So
you get a sense you guys haven't played your full game yet either. Like Jalen hasn't shot the way he does all year. I feel like you guys have another level still.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously Jalen hasn't shot the ball, great. OG's been, here and there, and Donte, myself even. So I feel like there's another level that we can get to, and I think that's encouraging. That we're able to get 2 wins, but we gotta find a way to turn that around and find a way to start games better.
Did you see what Joel said after? He said we should be up 2-0. We're the better team. We're winning this week.
I don't care. They're not. We're up 2-0. So it doesn't. When the NBA starts, basing the series on what we think, then I would care a little bit more. But right now we're up 2-0, and we are now. We're just focused on trying to get out there.
How's your wrist? You feel?
Wrist feels good. Feels regular. No pain, no restrictions, anything like that.
Considering the series you've had, are you expecting different coverage, different level of attention?
I don't know. You got to ask McNurse that one. For me, I just got to continue to be aggressive, continue to take my shots when I'm open, continue to get out of transition, do a better job in transition of either he's getting a shot up or something like that. A lot of them, I think Joel got a strip, Kyle, Tobias. So either, creating contact, getting a foul, or, well, if you would run to the corner, you'd be open. So, that's just playing my game. Whatever they do, they do.
Your percentage, obviously, is much higher right now. 2 games in the playoffs than regular season. What's different?
Just getting up a lot of shots. Kind of working on the mechanics, and I knew they were going to sag off me with just kind of how they played the last 2 games of the regular season against us. So I knew I'd have the opportunity to shoot 6, 7 plus 3 a game, and so I just wanted to make sure I was ready for that, and I feel like I've been putting the work in.
Did you change any of the mechanics, or was it just?
Yeah, a little bit. Just trying to not to be too technical, but just where the release point is, how my shoulders are. Make sure they're square, make sure I'm on balance, and those kind of things.
When you pull up for that 2-for-1 at the end of the first half, how there seemed to be no hesitation. I don't ever remember seeing you pull up for a 3 in transition. What do you think in there?
It was like a free shot. I got the ball, looked up, I saw it. I think I got the rebound around like 35 seconds. So I was just like, you know what, I know I'm gonna pull a shot at some point. Kyle tried to foul me kind of towards half court. I think he realized I was trying to get a 2-for-1, but it was just a free shot. So whenever you have a free shot like that, you can just kind of no hesitation, just shoot it.
What made you work on your shooting mechanics before playoff games?
I don't know. I was just watching Donte this whole year, seeing how he shot the ball. Dante's been rebounding for me at nights. So, talking to me about my mechanics, making sure I'm ready. But when you go, what I shoot? It was a career low, like 30% from 3 for the season. So when you do that, you got to tweak some things and fix some things. So that's just kind of what I was doing.
Is it kind of weird, you 3 guys going back to the arena where you played? I mean, in college, and now you're the bad guys. I mean,
nah, it's not weird because Donte is what, your 5th year, 6th year? 6th year, yeah. You're 6 years. Jalen, I think 6 years.
But all together, you're
all together. Nah, not really. It would probably feel a little different if we were like right out of college or something like that. But they've had 6 and 7 years to hate us. So
They almost, I mean, I don't know where they fell, where they drafted, but they obviously passed.
They were at
on.
25.
Did you?
Yeah,
want them?
I wanted to go here. They were 25. They did a draft and stash. Some European guy that I can't pronounce his name. But no, yeah, this is the place I wanted to go. It was right down the street. You know, unfortunately, they felt, you know, do a draft and stash. But you know, draft night, I was, you know, a little bummed that, you know, 25 came and then, you know, I wasn't there.
It wasn't just you. It wasn't just you. They drafted McHale and traded him.
Mm-hmm.
They passed on Donte. They passed on everybody. Passed on Jalen too. But like, was it weird that they saw you guys and didn't feel the need to draft any?
I think so. Just with the pedigree that we coming in with, you know, the discipline, the winning mentality that we had, you know. So it was probably a little surprise, you know, us being right down the street. That pipeline is there, but you know, they felt, you know, their organization wanted to go in a different direction.
Did you work out for this?
That's my guess.
Yeah, I had a okay workout. I was at the old facility. That was like in like that college or whatever. So I did work out for him, but they didn't want me. So
Thanks, Joe.
What's just the feeling ahead of this game tonight, going back, well, coming here for the road game?
Next game mentality. Really, I mean, we're not focused on anything but game 3. We're focused on ourselves. We're not worrying about them. Not worried about what they're saying. Just, you know, we're in our locker room. We're in our huddle, and that's all we're focused on.
You might have heard him, Donte, but Josh was saying he felt encouraged by the fact you guys are up 2-0 despite maybe not having an A+ game yet. Is that your read on these first 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, you know, our leader, I think Jalen is not as happy with his performance as he could be. With that being said, you know, we've won 2 games 2 different ways. So, you know, we all expect him to bounce back in the same breath of saying that is, you know, he's making the right plays. You live with, you know, the missed shots because he's making the right plays. He's competing on defense. So when he's the head of snake making the right plays, we can win games that way.
Does with what he's doing, even when he's missing, is it creating those openings for Josh and for other guys?
Absolutely. You need Josh, you need OG, you need Juice to be aggressive. You know, Bojan, when he checks in, we need everybody to be aggressive because, you know, they play so aggressively on defense. You have to be aggressive. You can't just rely on 1 or 2 people to score. You know, it doesn't mean much right now. I think, you know, let us get, you know, another win. Let us get 2 more wins, and then, you know, you can think about it a little bit more. But right now, is we heard a lot about the last 2-minute report and all that stuff. You know, we're just focused on trying to win this next game.
Did you know your shot was going to cost a war between a city and Villanova?
I had no idea. Josh told me about it yesterday. It is what it is.
Did you also want to get drafted by Philly?
Yeah, I mean, of course. You know, when you're going through the process, you go to school. You know, you go to school here or a suburb of Philly, whatever. But you know, when you're going to school here, I grew up in Delaware. You know, half hour away. So obviously, that's kind of where you wanted to go. Then you go through the whole process. You meet with different teams, and I'm thankful that where I started my career. I think, you know, God has a plan, and you know, I'm on the exact plan that He has for me.
Hey, what's your vantage point of Jalen shooting struggles right now? Where do you think he can make up?
I could care less. You know, we're winning games. He's playing well, other than making shots, and you know, his confidence never wavers. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressed about it. I know he's going to bounce back one of these games, but. What is encouraging is, like I said, he's making the right plays, he's being aggressive, and nothing's changing about his game.